Former President Trump has been courting black voters, some of whom have started to reconsider their support for President Biden. But Trump's comments on Friday at the Black Conservative Federation Gala in South Carolina is leading to controversy, with some calling the remarks racist. Take a listen.
And a lot of people said that that's why the black people like me, because they have been hurt so badly and discriminated against. And they actually viewed me as I'm being discriminated against. It's been pretty amazing, but it possibly, I don't know, maybe there's something there.
That was said in front of hundreds of black conservatives. What was their reaction? Thank you all so much for joining us. So you all were all there. A quick show of hands. Do you believe his comments were in any way racist? Nobody. Okay.
What is good, YouTube family? It's your boy Rashad. We back again with the Black Anomaly Rising channel. I gotta talk to y'all about this Black Conservative Federation. So I actually missed this clip. I wish I would have seen this. I would have had reacted to this mug. This is an ABC clip of a bunch of black folks who was at the Black Conservative Federation Gala that Donald Trump attended, when they were trying to basically act like he was like this flaming racist. That's basically these liberal news media, that's pretty much their thing. Like, they're always going to try to claim somebody is some sort of racist or xenophobe or some sort of phobe. Basically, they always need a dragon to slay. They're the good guys, which is the Democrats, and the conservative Republicans are the bad guys. And everybody in between is also a bad guy because they're not far leftist Democrats enough, right? So this is a glorious clip because basically all the freaking black people pretty much reject the premise here of Donald Trump being racist based off his remarks, and they actually provide context that anybody with a brain could easily decipher. So without further ado, let's get into it.
Former President Trump has been courting black voters, some of whom have started to reconsider their support for President Biden. But Trump's comments on Friday at the Black Conservative Federation Gala in South Carolina is leading to controversy, with some calling the remarks racist. Take a listen.
And a lot of people said that that's why the black people like me, because they have been hurt so badly and discriminated against. And they actually viewed me as I'm being discriminated against. It's been pretty amazing, but it possibly, I don't know, maybe there's something there.
That was said in front of hundreds of black conservatives. What was their reaction? We're joined now by four black Republicans who were all in the room. Abdul Ali, Operations Director at Frederick Douglass Foundation of North Carolina. Tia Bess, National Director of Engagement for Moms for Liberty. Kevin McGarry, co-founder of Every Black Life Matters. And Sharice Lane, a student at Florida A&M University. Thank you all so much for joining us. The Federation just responded, saying in part, Black Americans are waking up to the reality that the Democratic Party has taken advantage of them, and the media and the party are terrified. Our community supports the policies of President Donald J. Trump and knows full well that life was better 4 years ago under his administration. No amount of media deception or liberal race baiting will sway the minds of black voters who will cast their ballots this November for safer streets, a better financial well-being, a secure border, and a complete rejection of Joe Biden's disastrous tenure. So you all were all there. A quick show of hands. Do you believe his comments were in any way racist? Nobody. Okay.
Like, just the fact that it was just dead silence is glorious in of itself, and that's exactly what they're going to see at this next election, is dead silence from a lot of folks in the black community. And they're going to be like, well, wait a minute, how come the black people aren't supporting us? The black people always support. And here's another thing that's weird. How come they're not waiting for the black people to come to them and complain about Donald Trump being racist? How come y'all gotta like speak on black people's behalf? They got a whole segment dedicated to whether or not this was racist. Imagine living in a day and age where the people who should feel like something's racist aren't really saying anything because they know that it's not, and a bunch of other people who are in the media, basically left-wing media shills, paid actors and actresses, they're trying to tell you, no, you need to be offended by this, okay? We got an election to win. That's all these idiots care about, is propaganda.
Adul, what were your thoughts that night when you heard these comments during the event?
And watch, like, how the hell can this narrative even stand up? Like, how are they even trying to continue this narrative when you got 4 black Republicans, black conservatives on the screen, 5 if you include me, right? I'm definitely more conservative, right? At least I am now, because the Democrats kind of pushed me in that direction. But how does this narrative hold up with all the, he's racist. It's like, well, I guess it's a hell of a lot more sellouts, Uncle Toms, and raccoons than it ever was before, huh? Like that's basically, it's like this oversimplification that doesn't make sense.
It's about time that somebody started telling the truth. I mean, he's only speaking to what some black folks have experienced for a very long time, which is a disastrous justice systems in many cases. And ultimately, we can all see this playing out right in front of our very eyes. I wasn't offended or didn't feel like anything he said was racist in any way.
Former President Trump also made a statement about his mugshot taken as part of his Georgia case. Let's take a listen to that.
And you know who embraced it more than anybody else? The black population. It's incredible. You see black people walking around with my mugshot. You know, they do shirts and they sell them for $19 a piece.
Kevin, Tia, I want to bring you in here. Do you feel that that comment was in any way off color?
Oh, look, well, we didn't get the answer that we wanted the first time. Let's ask it again. Come on, man.
Not at all. I mean, the reality is that, we see a president that has been prosecuted and persecuted. And a lot of people in the community, especially in the black community, who have felt that there's multi-tiers of justice, are seeing that played out in front of their very eyes. And they're saying, yeah, I can relate to this guy. This guy is going through some things that either myself or my family have gone through. And this is a very relatable moment for a lot of people. So seeing this mugshot as a big, to the media and to the political pundits it's a big deal. And it really does resonate within the community.
Tia, want to get your comments there.
All right, look, I just want to point out this lady's face. Like, she looks upset. She's like, what is happening? This isn't how this conversation was supposed to go. I mean, he invited people from the event. Obviously, these people supported Trump, right? So, but the thing is, you got to think, okay, if he's such a racist, why would black people support him? It's like people don't use their heads. They just think everybody's, just a grifter. You're just trying to get money. It's like these people that, how do you think that you're the smart one here if you don't understand that we're literally explaining to you why we support Trump and why we don't think he's racist. But these losers do not listen to anything that we say. Instead, they just name, call, and ridicule, and then they wonder why nobody wants to stand behind them and support him.
Well, no, I agree, especially coming from an education perspective. He didn't say, if you're not black if you don't vote for me.
So if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
He was just stating the truth, and that's what sometimes we need to hear. For too long in politics, we've been lied to, and we need to hear the truth and have someone that we can relate to.
Me personally, I don't think that's necessarily relating to blackness, but I do think that a lot of black people have gone through the criminal justice system, and it has been unfair to them. And I think that's what he was saying.
Adul, you've said that you focus more on Trump's policies than what he actually says. But as we saw when he was president, his words do have tremendous power, even fluctuating the stock market just minutes after he'd speak. Do you think that his words shouldn't matter?
This is all that these people care. Like, why is this always the go-to? Like, I've had actual real life conversation with people that have said, look, okay, I concede that Trump's policies seem like they kind of was working for America. However, he's just an a-hole, and I just don't want him to be the president. And I'm like, bro, Joe Biden's an a-hole, right? And I don't want him to be the president, and his policies suck. Like, if I gotta pick the person who you think is an a-hole, whose policies are great, versus the person I think is an a-hole whose policies are terrible, then I'm gonna pick whoever is lining my pockets up, whoever is actually doing things that are revitalizing and truly restructuring the black communities, not just people that's going to open the border up, pass $1 trillion infrastructure bills and never do anything with that money except give it to illegal immigrants and Ukraine and Israel anyway, right? These are the people that I'm actually going to support, who are going to support Americans. And by virtue of supporting Americans, that uplifts black communities as well. Those are the people I want to support, not people who just talk a big game to your face. Basically, they're saying they want to be lied to. They want Joe Biden to come lie to them. Even if he's going to screw everything up, at least he doesn't hurt their feelings. I can't subscribe to that type of mentality. To me, that's just silly. It's stupid and it's pathetic.
His words absolutely do matter, and I'm less concerned with something said in jest, and I'm more concerned with the fact that we had a president who actually took on criminal justice reform with the First Step Act. And unlike the Biden administration and the Democrats, he set forth a platinum plan for black economic empowerment, something we've seen nothing of the sort from the Democrats.
Kevin, your thoughts as far as, do you feel that there have been some policies in the past, well, while he was president for 4 years, that black people benefited from?
Absolutely. And the number one policy, and the one policy I wish the mainstream media would cover, because it would give you a lot more credibility amongst your average folks, would be the policy that Joe Biden in his 1994 crime bill, when he says, look, we're going to get rid of these racial jungles. We're going to, basically target black and brown communities for a little $5 piece of crack. Going to send them to prison for 15 to life. And this has been going on. President Trump came in and saw the injustice that was perpetrated on the black community, especially. It was targeted. And he said, no, we're going to dismantle this.
According to exit polling, former President Trump saw a 5% increase in the black vote from 2016 to 2020. Tia, I want to bring you back in here. What do you think is driving this increase? What specific Trump policies do you feel have helped black Americans?
I think it's a combination of multiple things. I think it's one, that the economy was doing better. Unemployment for black America was incredibly low. Okay, it was at an all-time low. And basically life was kind of going more normally, whereas now you got this whole migrant crisis out of control. The prices of everything is crazy inflated, and the income that people have doesn't go as far. Okay, rents are up. Gas prices are still up. The cost of groceries are still up, even though some people try to nitpick certain things that have gone down from their peak. They're still up at the end of the day compared to where they were, right? Hell, you can't even go to a fast food place without spending like freaking $10. Unless, I don't know, maybe you go to McDonald's. I know I don't go to McDonald's, but a lot of these places, I mean, you're going to spend by yourself anywhere between $12 to $20 by yourself, and that's in Georgia. Let's not even get started on if you're somewhere like California or something. Okay, so the prices have gone totally bonkers, and the fact that people try to act like, oh, this economy is great when we had this much inflation. Like, the inflation rate was crazy for years, and now it's still an inflation rate that's not normal. And the overall prices of goods, most of them are never going to go down. Like, a lot of that stuff is permanent. So it's like, I don't understand how anybody could try to act like the Biden economy is good. Like, if you see one person who handles the economy well, another person who handles it like shit, you're going to go for the person who knows what the hell they're doing.
Well, I mean, I'll start with myself. I was a Democrat for all my life, my entire family, but it was around COVID time when I started paying attention to policies being made. Like, I started paying attention to when Trump and other politicians were listening to the parents, the people who really had voices that matter. Because if you look at the media now, no one's paying attention to the parents and what we need. And
they think that they're the parents. They want the school to determine the curriculum, and the parents don't have no input on it. So if they want to teach the LGBTQIA plus whatever, then damn it, they're going to do it because they know better than you. No, parents are stupid. That's what they think. They think parents are dumb. You're just a bigot. They're going to teach the kids to actually be the most well-rounded, great members of society. And then whatever happens to those children after they're done with school, the children come out with mental issues, and they're crazy as hell, disciplinary problems. They're just unproductive members of society. They get locked up or worse. guess who's going to be there crying at their funeral? Not those people. It's going to be you, the mom or the dad. And these people don't want you to have no control.
Because I'm a Black parent doesn't mean that I care less about my child. Doesn't mean that my opinion should not be heard. So there have been a lot of policies that, Trump has been supporting within the parental rights system.
And anyone can answer here, kind of a jump ball. Final question. What do you think about the media response, the noise, and some of the comments made as a result of the controversial remarks, if you will, that Donald Trump said over the weekend? And I'm also curious.
I'll tell you what my response is. These people are complete jokes. And I think a lot of people have recognized it. I mean, not enough, as in my opinion. I feel like damn near everybody should have recognized it by now. And I like this young lady said, the one with the blonde highlights, I realized it during that COVID era too, because I was like, a lot of the stuff they accused Trump of, they were doing, like being some sort of dictator, tyrannical, authoritarian. All the things they accused Trump of, they did. You couldn't leave your house. You had to wear your mask. You had to get a vaccine, and you couldn't live your life if you didn't do whatever the hell they said. And they did it on purpose. They didn't care about how much power that they abused to do it. And it really opened my eyes that these people, if they could seize control, they will. And after that, I never turned back. I'm like, no, you know what? I don't trust no type of government. I don't trust no Democrats, no Republicans, no nobody to have too much governmental control, because when they do, they're going to abuse it. And then we're totally screwed. At the end of the day, the human factor takes over. Their will to be all powerful, be in complete control of everything, will win at the end of the day if you let them go that far. So I don't want anybody to have any type of tyrannical level power. I don't want no exceptions, no excuses. Oh, it's a pandemic. Oh, it's a war. I don't care. I want my freedoms, period. No excuses, no what if, no ifs, ands, or buts, period, point blank, end of sentence.
Is there anything that Donald Trump could say that would stop you all from voting for him?
You better slap yourself for asking that question. Slap yourself.
For me,
what the hell type of question is this? Look, I want you to ask this, have the same energy for Joe Biden. Like, well, is there anything that Joe Biden would do that'll have you stop voting? I want to hear that.
I would say that it's more so about policy and action instead of just talking. Someone can talk a good game all day. They can appeal to Black voters if they want to, but it's all about policy and what you're doing that really stands out to me. Like, for instance, there are two big policies that I agree with that he has passed, such as things on school choice. I'm pro-school choice, and I'm also anti-illegal immigration. I think that it does disproportionately affect Black Americans. And
Facts. Illegal immigration, the thing that the Democrats pretend is not a problem, and they're trying to pretend like the Republicans blocked their ability to control the situation, ignoring the last 3 years where y'all said it wasn't a problem to begin with. Not to mention the Secure the Border Act, which hasn't even made it to the Senate floor yet. Okay, the House Republicans passed it. It's got to go to the Senate. But we already know that that's not going to happen because it's got border wall funding in there and deportations, and the Democrats don't want that.
I think that a lot of my counterparts would agree with. And I say that because those people are being sent to Black communities. They're being sent to our hoods, our neighborhoods.
Anyone else?
Well, if Trump came out tomorrow and said, I want an unlimited open border, if he came out tomorrow and said he was in favor of late stage abortion, if he came out tomorrow and said he doesn't think Black people have the capacity to succeed in this country, then I wouldn't vote for him. But chances are he won't be saying those things, and chances are I'll be supporting him.
Yo, I'm like, this is on ABC. Yo, I'm low-key kind of surprised that they even aired this because, I mean, normally they're always trying so hard to push their propaganda. They don't want to show you anything that goes against the narrative. Now, this goes, I guess this doesn't show you like people converting from being Democrat to Republican, but I mean, there is one lady who said, like, again, the blonde highlights, I can't remember her name, but this lady said that she used to vote Democrat all her life. Same here, but times change. You level up in life. especially through experience. You saw the way that the Democrats handle things. To be honest with you, if that pandemic didn't happen the way that it did, I might still have been supporting Democrats at least for a little bit longer. Probably not, because this administration sucks. But I really freaking woke up during that time, because I was like, these Democrats are going radical. But I still think by the time this illegal immigration stuff started happening, I would have been like, bruh, like, this is crazy. Like, I can't stand behind this stuff no more. And I think that the writing's on the wall for these people. This lady, Linsey, she looks hella upset, the anchor. Like, and she should be, because the narrative is falling apart, okay? Like, they're paid to push a certain narrative. And the fact of the matter is that the whole, oh, he's racist, black people and minorities don't support him, they shouldn't support him, whatever, is not holding up scrutiny, is not passing the sniff test. Okay, in order for this to be true, you'd pretty much have to have like maybe 1% or less people of any minority group support them. Now you got an ever increasing number of people supporting Trump. Everybody's some sort of sellout against their own interests. That doesn't make sense. We already know that the women, black women, still probably most of them are going to support Joe Biden. But we already know that women are more emotional in terms of the logic and the rational thought beating out everything else. That's just not how life works. Okay, so the black men are the bigger group that is really a part of the equation here in terms of a shift. I think that the black women are going to take, I don't know, eons, ages in order to shift. But I do think that if they do see enough black men going a direction, then they will follow their lead. It's only so long that they could try to claim that the black men are just not smart enough, just uneducated or something, which they always try to do. But they don't realize that they're being tricked with like some of the statistics and the numbers that I told y'all about. If y'all been on this channel long enough, I've told y'all that I literally have a job where numbers are manipulated constantly and bent to the will of the people at the top. Whatever they want to see, that's what they're going to see. Whatever they got to do to bend those numbers and shift things around, remove this variable, change this decimal place, remove decimal places, round something up, round something down. Instead of a 12-month trend, do a 6-month trend. Instead of this, a bar chart, do a pie chart. Like anything that they want is going to change the whole way that you look at the numbers. Okay. So a lot of people don't recognize that because they don't have the analytical skills to make a true determination of what's really going on around them. Instead, they just want to believe something, so they have confirmation bias. Whatever they hear that sounds like what they want to hear, that's what they believe. And the Democrat Party is notorious for doing that level of pandering. But anyway, guys, let me know what you guys think. This is awesome. I'm glad to see more and more. It's like every day, more black people that are waking the hell up. And inevitably, it's really not about the party. It's about who has better policies for America. And by virtue of America succeeding, that means Black America also succeeds, which is obviously what I want. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. I appreciate y'all watching the Black Anomaly Rising channel. I'm out.
For too long in politics, we've been lied to, and we need to hear the truth and have someone that we can relate to.